And just like that, we're live, man. Hey, once again, guys, I'm back. I'm Tom Owens, the host of the Hammer Fist podcast. And, this weekend we got a big fight coming up, a big show. We got the 559 fights. It's going down right here in Visalia, California at the convention center, which is a beautiful place to have a show. And, Jeremy Luchal, he's the promoter. I want to give props to Jeremy Luchal for getting me Chris on the show. And also Mike Moreno, we had him on last night and he talked a little bit about what's going on too. So, yeah, I give props to those guys. Big props to 559 Fights because obviously it's a gateway to get onto bigger things. And, man, Jeremy's he's been doing big things for our local fighters and he's gotten a lot of local guys to the next level. And, guys, today I'm joined with Christopher Paez, who this Friday, December 17th, is going to be fighting for the featherweight title right here in the convention center. And, man, the show's pretty much sold out, guys. You might be able to get a ticket if you're lucky, but pretty much it's sold out. And, it's going to be a big show, and I'm really looking forward to this. Christopher, man, I really, really appreciate you taking the time to come on the show. This is the week of the fight. Normally, I wouldn't ask a fighter to come on. But I know you're well trained already. You're ready to go for this thing, Chris. And, man, how are you doing today?
Good, man.
Good, man. Good. Thank you for having me.
Feel good.
I'm ready to go.
Training's going good. Weight's good.
Oh, that's great. So this is going to be for the featherweight title. Now, is that featherweight title? Is it open? Does anybody have it right now?
No, correct. The previous champion vacated it. I think he went pro. So yeah, it's a vacant title right now. I'll be fighting for the vacant 145 featherweight title.
Hey, man, I'm still new at this whole podcast game, and internet connections. The weather's out there. It's the weather might. The internet connection. Hey, the internet connection is probably on my end, dude. You know what? It's been going good all day, and as soon as we get the show going, it happens.
Yeah. It's all good.
It's all good, though, brother. Hey, man, talk a little bit about your training and how this has been going for you, man.
Man, it's been crazy. It's been a long year. So, some of you guys may know I train with Raul Alvarado and Mike Moreno. Those are my two head coaches. Got off the scene wrestling. Straight out of high school. Went to Dethrone. And then I basically told them, hey, this is what I want to do. My aspirations, I want to fight. I want to take this seriously and everything. So they had me do a year of a solid year of preparation. And then this year's been nonstop. So this will be my fifth fight.
Your fifth fight, and right now you have a record. If I'm not mistaken, you're 4-0 right now, man. 4-0. That's correct. Beautiful. Now, have all your fights been in 559, or where'd you get your start?
No, my start was actually in Tennessee at the Valor Promotions out there.
Man, so you went all the way to Tennessee. Now, Mike Moreno, he's a friend of mine, and Mike Moreno, if you guys know, he's an old school fighter from here in the Valley, and Mike is a real OG in the game. And he's a trainer out there at Dethrone. So, Mike, is he who you've been getting your jiu-jitsu from?
Yeah.
And you started...
Mike's my
he's your
head jiu-jitsu coach.
That's awesome. And Dethrone, man, if you guys don't know, Dethrone is one of the best schools in the Valley to get your training, whether it's jiu-jitsu, wrestling, kickboxing. You can do it all. Or if you want to get into MMA, Mike and those guys, they'll make sure that you take the right steps and the right process to do this. Now, you started in wrestling. How old were you when you started wrestling?
It's about seventh grade.
Seventh grade, and you did that wrestling for a while. At what point you know, who did you? Was there somebody that you saw, or was it UFC, Bellator? What made you think that you wanted to do this?
I don't know. Just my dad would always watch the fights. Everyone in my family all big into UFC. No one had competed in it or anything. But we were all big into it. I'd always play around and hit the bag. And then in high school, wrestling got pretty serious. Got really high level. Some of my best friend Hayden, his uncle is they have a lot of managers. They manage a lot of fighters in UFC and Bellator.
And so you're obviously.
I see that. And I just want to take it to the next level and really commit to it. Tom, can you hear me?
You know what? This internet, man, I'm telling you what, it's been working sweet all day, and then this happens, man. Anyways, man, we're gonna keep it short and sweet. You saw UFC, you probably saw Bellator and all that. You decided to get into MMA. At what point did you hop into 559 fights?
So after the Tennessee fight, we came back.
Got another 2-month camp going. And then my coach, my other coach, Ralph Alvarado, he booked me a fight, and ever since then we've been rolling.
And Ralph Alvarado, guys, I know most of you know him, but if you don't, Ralph Alvarado is another OG in the game. So you're obviously training with a group of guys that know what they're doing, man. And I imagine inside that D-Throne, you guys got a whole camp full of killers to train with, right?
Yeah. We got the Avalos brothers. They're in there.
The Avalos brothers, man, they're no joke either. And Mike, we talked about it last night. This show that's going down, there's MMA is the main thing, but there's also a tremendous grappling tournament going down. It's really going to be something special. Now, you're the main event for the featherweight title. Is this your first time fighting in a main event?
Correct.
This will be the first main event.
The first main event, man, right here in Visalia, guys.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited for you, bro. You're only 20 years old, right?
Yeah, just turned 20 last week.
Happy birthday, my brother. So
Thanks,
20
Shaggy.
years
I
old.
appreciate it.
Yeah, 20 years old, man. You're not even in your prime yet. And, this is a gateway and a stepping stone to get to that next level. Now, I know Jeremy, like, if you do things right with Jeremy and these fights, you can really get to the next level. Like, Jeremy's gotten guys into the UFC. Is that your aspiration to make it that big?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be the best in the world one day. So we just got to keep training, keep going, do things the right way. Then keep this dedication going.
Yep, you guys know. I mean, if you want to get to that level in MMA, you got to keep the dedication going. You got to stay focused, and you got to you might have other things going in life, but you really got to stay dedicated if you want to get to that next level. Now, what are your family and friends? How do they feel about this?
Oh man, I have a huge support group. I have a big family, and all my wrestling buddies. Everyone, all my friends, everyone supports me 100%.
Are they all showing up to the show or what?
Yeah, it's gonna be. You'll see a lot of Team Fire shirts out there.
That's awesome, man. It's gonna be nuts, dude. There's gonna be, as many tickets as there were because of COVID and all this stuff. The ticket sales aren't like they normally would be, but the COVID's going away. Hey, in the convention center, I don't know if you've been there, but it's a beautiful place. I'm pretty happy that Jeremy's doing this show there. He's been building himself up with this. The last few shows have been at the Rawhide Stadium here, which was awesome. But stepping it up to the Visalia Convention Center is really awesome. And I've been talking with, and I've been meeting up with the Camo and the Athletic Commission. And they're all showing up to this fight too. And they're really looking forward to your fight, man. They say this fight for you can be big things. So it's really going to be something else. How long has this training camp been for you that you've been really putting it down?
Man, I fought last month actually on November 13th.
Was it here in Visalia?
Yeah, the convention center,
yeah.
I was before the co-main event.
Okay, now that wasn't a 559 show, right? What was that going on there?
No, it was
a 559 show.
It was a 559 show. And
Correct.
who did you fight on that last one?
I believe his name was Tyler Miller. It was a first round submission. That was a minute and 27 seconds.
So you obviously got a submission there. I mean, do you prefer the ground, or you like stand up, or you just like to mix it all up?
Yeah, my heart's at the ground. I'm a grappler at heart just because of wrestling and my love for jiu-jitsu and everything, but we've been really putting a lot of work in on the feet, on the striking with Ralph.
So is Ralph is he one of the main striking coaches over there?
He's the main striking coach.
He is the main striking coach. Now, your opponent, if I'm not mistaken, Brandon Avalos, is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
He's got a guy with he's got a good amount of experience too. So you and him, do you know him? Have you seen him fight personally?
No, I've never heard of him until they sent me his profile on my opponent, and it was him.
And it was that guy. So it just came up out of nowhere. Have you been training for this guy the whole time?
No, I don't. We don't really train for a certain person. His style. We just train at my strengths because we don't want to play their game. We don't want to fight their game. I want to fight my game.
So you guys train. How I understand it is, your training is meant for it. It doesn't matter. He could back out at the last minute. Anything could happen. The way you train, you're ready for any opponent that steps in there.
Correct.
That's awesome. Do you guys have anybody else from your school fighting this night?
Yeah, Isaiah Munoz, my teammate, is going to be making his
debut.
He's making his debut. Now, is he doing MMA or is he doing that grappling deal?
No, he'll be doing the
MMA.
MMA. So, man, that's cool.
And then Alejandro Avalos,
he'll be doing the grappling tournament.
Okay, so you guys got a few guys going at it.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Now, how many fights? This is an amateur fight show. You'll get that belt. How many fights do you suspect that you'll do amateur before you make it to that next level in the pros?
That's something me and Ralph and Mike's still going to talk about. Right now we're focused on getting this belt. And then who knows, we can take it to the next level right after this. Or get the camel belt, defend this belt. There's a lot of options that we can do. But right now we're just focused on this fight. And then after this fight goes, we'll see what the next move is.
The next move is going to go up, is what I suspect. Now, it looks like you're chilling in a car, bro.
Yeah.
Did you just get back from training, or you headed to training, or what?
No, I'll be headed to training a little bit.
All right, so this week, it's the last week before the fight. I imagine your weight, you're already on weight, right?
A few pounds over. Nothing serious though.
Tell the people this featherweight, what is the weight class? How does it work?
135 to 145. And since this is a championship bout, there's no 1 pound allowance, 146. It's 145 scratch weight.
Okay, so 135 to 145. Now, are you guys weighing in the night before?
No, the morning of.
The morning of, so your weight's got, your weight's got to be right on par. You got to be where you need to be. That's correct. Something else, man. Oh man, it's going to be so cool, man. I can't wait for this experience, dude. Are you pretty excited or what?
Yeah, I'm pumped up, but not gonna make it a bigger deal. Just another fight. And then afterwards, I'll get the belt.
So.
And after that belt, you're going to be chilling. After you get that belt, how long do you think it'll be before the next fight?
It depends on how the fight goes.
Depends on how that fight goes.
It could be quick.
Take no damage. Which I plan to do. Just get in, get out. That way, we can get the next fight rolling as soon as possible.
That's the big thing right there. Come out of there with no damage. Anything can happen in a fight. So I mean, you know how that is already. So 4-0, 4-0. This is your 5th fight. That's really something else. Now, what do you know about the ticket sales? I got a lot of people asking if there's still any tickets available. Do you know anything about that?
As of right now, no. Depending on if people drop out, seats pop up. The day of weigh-ins or the day of the fight as well would be the main day. Tickets will pop up.
It always happens like that. Sooner or later, some tickets will pop up. So people, if you want to see this fight, and a lot of people are hitting me up if they can get in there. But hey, guys, you wait till the last minute. It just doesn't work like that. When you want to see a show like this, you got to get those tickets in advance, man. You got to get those tickets, and you got to be prepared. What about people viewing it online? Do you know anything about that? Is there a way that people can watch this online?
I don't believe it's
streamed right now.
It's not streamed. So, guys, if you're lucky, you might be able to check it out afterwards, or you're just going to have to hear it through, word of mouth of what goes down. Now, your coaches and everything, this last week of preparation, I mean, what do you do the last week to prepare for something like this?
Yeah, we just keep the body moving. Pad work. Get on weight. So tomorrow probably be the last days of hard practice. And then we'll not coast it, but we're not gonna kill the body. Keep the flow going. Keep my body in rhythm. And then make weight Thursday night, and Friday, and then go have fun Friday night.
It's all about the recuperation this last week, but you got to keep the body moving. Your mind is ready. I imagine things like that. What about your diet, man?
Yeah.
What is a guy like you? When these youngsters, I work with some of these youngsters, and a lot of them are eating fast food and all this crappy food. What about yourself, man? Like, what do you like to eat? What kind of diet do you do when you're getting ready for something like this?
Yeah, I'll do a lot of meats, chicken, steaks. I've been eating a lot of salads this fight camp. A lot of water. Don't drink sodas or any caffeine. Any stuff like that.
You hear that, guys? That soda, we talked about it. We had Horion Gracie on recently, and
really?
Oh yeah, he's an awesome guy, man, to work with. Anyhow, though, he talked about the American diet and sodas, and man, he talked like soda was just a straight poison, and sugar too. Hey, and I agree with him, man. The fast food and soda and things like that, yeah, they might be tasty, but they're definitely, I mean, even for a regular Joe out there, they're not the thing you want to be putting in your body. But especially if you're a fighter or you're training for something, grappling, MMA, whatever it may be, you want to keep that stuff out of your body. So it sounds like, proteins and vegetables, that's a good way to go.
Yeah. And
now, what about
a lot of water?
Water's a huge one, man. A lot of people do not do enough water. That's for damn sure. Now, what about like supplements and vitamins and things like that? Do you mess with that kind of stuff, or does it mostly come from your food?
I don't take no vitamins, no protein. Or a vitamin I'll take is like a one a day. Just the men's one a day. But right now, no amino acids, none of that stuff.
Just doing the good old original stuff. That's awesome, man. Yeah. Now, what about things like meditation and yoga and mind, things like that? Do you mess with any of that kind of type of deal?
No, I have more of a wrestler mentality. I've been competing so long in wrestling and so many competitions, so many big competitions, and then getting the experience from these fights. I just stay mentally sharp, ready to go. My relaxation is really in the gym. When I start practicing and getting in my groove, that's the meditation for me.
That's a huge thing. And now, a wrestling mentality, if any of you guys that have wrestled in junior high or high school, you know that, to me, wrestling is mentally and physically is one of the toughest sports that a person can do. And if you can make it through wrestling in junior high or high school or even above, I feel like if a guy can make it through wrestling and competing in wrestling, you can do so many things in your life, and it's so good for the mind. And when you get in the gym and you're doing this training, a lot of people nowadays, you depression and stress and anxiety and things. Before you start taking on pills and pharmaceuticals, try, even if you're not getting ready for a fight, go into a gym and train and see how you feel when you come out. Doesn't it feel great when you come out of a day of training?
Yeah, especially when you blow your lungs, you have a good day, you push and you give all you can. You always come out feeling good. Especially with a good team.
Yep, and you get that good team behind you and you go into the gym, and regardless of what happens, when you got good teammates and good coaches, I mean, those become like brothers and family, right?
Correct. Yeah. Those are my family members right there. When one of us goes to war, we all go.
Yes, and man, I know Mike and your coaches. There's something else, and I know Mike for one. He's right there with you, bro, and that guy is. It's like he's going to war with you, but he's got your back 100%. And we talked about it last night a little bit, and man, he's really looking forward to this. I love Mike, man. The guy is a lot of people, if they don't know from way back in the day, but the dude has so much heart. And what's cool about Mike and Ralph is even after their fighting career was over, they stuck with this stuff. And a lot of people, they go on to their other things or whatever, but not those guys have stuck with this art, the martial arts and the training. And man, dude, they're still in it, and they become teachers. And now it's like they're going to war. They got your back 100%. And hey, man, they're going to be right there 100% with you for this fight. It's going to be cool, man. I can't wait to see it. So the main event, you're going to be there that night. You're going to be backstage getting ready for this deal. I've fought before, but never in a main event. So while these other fights are going and you're backstage, what are you doing to mentally prepare for something like this?
I just relax. I'll go mingle with my family, the crowd, my friends. I just stay relaxed. I just look at it as another competition. The hard work's done. There's no need to be nervous. You're gonna go out, perform. Win or lose, it's a business at the end of the day. We still gotta have fun, But it is a fight. So I stay mentally ready, focused, and just the eyes on the prize. Just getting the victory.
Eyes on the prize. That's a good way to put it, man. And you seem like I've never met you in person, but I will that night. You seem like a very respectful and honorable guy, man. I can't wait to meet you in person. Of course, I'll wait till the fight's over. But in these fights, when people go into them, I see it a lot where, maybe their teammate or their student loses, and then all of a sudden there's a fight in the crowd because the team gets upset or whatever, and there's alcohol involved, and the next thing you know, teammates, families are fighting each other and stuff like that. When you're fighting your opponent, you seem like the kind of guy, regardless of the outlet, you're going to have respect for this guy afterwards.
Yeah, because like I said, at the end of the day, it's a business too. Your boss isn't going to hire you back. In this case, for another fight. If you're causing a scene, disrupting the show. That's a big thing. Jeremy talked about this last fight. There was a little incident, so yeah. If you want to move forward in the UFC and Bellator, big promotions, they don't care. They're not going to call you back. So
that's exactly right.
Get out professional.
What I know about Jeremy, man, is he's, I've known Jeremy from way back in the day from the Tachi Palace, and Jeremy has had his mind on the prize, and he did a couple fights, but Jeremy worked with some really good promoters out there. And Jeremy, he's impressed me because, he did these local shows and he works with these local fighters, but he made his way up to meeting the big guys like Dana White and these other guys. And Jeremy, he doesn't think he knows it all, but Jeremy is still learning about this game. And he's, like I said, he's working his way up, and he's passing this knowledge down to guys like you, guys like Mike, guys like Ralph, Anton. He's helping these guys. So I believe if you you keep a good mindset like you have, but you keep that good attitude that you have, and you just be honest and true with Jeremy and do your thing, regardless of the outcome, you know what I mean? You stay humble, you stay respectful, and I believe that you can get to the next level. Anything can happen in a fight, man. It's a fight. We had one of our first shows the other night, and people think one guy's going to win or the other guy, and man, it's a fight. One punch or a submission can end it. These fights, yeah, it's really something. Anything can happen in a fight. So, brother, I just, keep your mind clear. You seem like it is, and I just, I wish you the best of luck in this fight. I look forward to meeting you, man. I look forward to meeting your opponent as well. And man, I just, I'll be right there rooting you on, bro. And
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely, man, definitely. And like I said, after the fight's over, I'll get a chance to meet you, and we'll be doing some interviews. So hopefully, I get a chance to interview you. Maybe I'll be able to meet some of your family, and I know some of your teammates already. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm gonna let you get going. Like I said, I'm gonna keep this interview nice and short and sweet. Jeremy, I want to thank you for Jeremy hooked me up with you today. And like I said, normally I wouldn't ask to interview a fighter. It's the week of the fight, and I know where your mind is at right now, and you have to you want your mind to be clear. But I really, really appreciate you taking the time, dude, to give me a few minutes of your time. And it was awesome meeting you, man. I can't believe you're 20 years old and you're already doing this, dude. I was 28, I think, when I got my first fight, but 20 years old, I was out messing around on the streets. Hey, I was doing all kinds of dumb stuff. You're 20, and you're gonna be in a main event for a featherweight title. That's got to feel awesome, man. It's got to feel awesome. Props to your trainers. Props to Dethrone, Mike and Ralph and all the guys. Hey, the rest of your team, you guys are going out there as a family, and your whole family's going to be there. The crowd's going to be there. You got teammates going to be there. It's all going to be going. But you know what? This is your 5th fight. You've already got a lot of experience, so it's just another day of business for you. So, man, go out there and do your thing, bro. And before we close this up, do you have any sponsors or anybody that you would like to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Tektronix, Gentle CBD, Stretch 360. That's a big one. If you guys ever need recovery or any type of massage, any sports related or recreational, just hit me up. Stretch 360 has a lot of great like wellness items. They have bath bombs. They have CBD. They have actual locations here in Clovis. You can get massages, you can cupping, all that stuff. So that's where I go.
The cupping, that's where they do the cups on the muscle parts?
Correct.
How's that work? Is it pretty sweet or what?
Awesome. They do massages with the cupping too, so they move the cup on your back.
I've seen that. Yeah, I gotta try that out. Now you mentioned General Large CBD. That's another good one. That's a great sponsor. CBD. People are starting to learn about it, and people have misconceptions. Oh, it's a marijuana product. No, it's nothing like that. CBD. It doesn't get you high or stoned, but CBD really can help you with anxiety, stress, relaxation. It definitely can help with your joints and your muscles. So, General Art CBD, they're one of our, people too that get behind us. So props to them. Props to all your sponsors. Hey, consider Tom Owens a sponsor too, bro. I'm going to be right there by you. And I just can't wait. Yeah, man. I can't wait to say hi to you after and meet you and your family. And pretty much. So Jeremy Luchow, 559fight. Everybody behind it, the Visalia Convention Center, we want to thank you for letting this show go down. Mike Moreno, man, Mike Moreno, one cool dude. I love that guy. He really hooked me up with you today, man. I got to thank Mike big time because, I wanted to interview you, but Mike got a hold of you, if I'm not mistaken, right? He got a hold of you and told me, hey, man, interview this guy. Jeremy did as well, so thank you to all those guys. And, man, I hope to be there doing some interviews that night. And regardless of what happens, my brother, much love to you and respect.
Thank you.
Hey, whatever happens, just keep doing your thing. Keep your mind on the prize and go out there and do your thing, bro. I really, really appreciate it. And, hey, the rest of the week, man, just you know what to do already, so go out there and do your thing. Everybody out there that tuned in, thank you. I'm gonna post this and I'm gonna repost it. So sorry about the Wi-Fi connections, man. It happens sometimes. I'm still getting my stuff together with this. But
internet.
Hey, as the podcast grows, it's going to get better and better. I've I got big things planned for this thing, man. So it's going to get better and better. The future is bright for all of us. So, Chris, you have a good night. Go home and get your sleep, man. Get your rest. Do the cupping, the eating, whatever you got to do, brother.
Yeah.
Hey, I will see you fight night. And, I'll come up and I'll meet you in person, brother. You have a great night.
Awesome.
Thank you, everybody else. Hey, Dethrone, you've done a great job with this kid, man. And just keep doing it. So, everybody out there, Chris, I can't wait to see you that night, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Can't wait to meet you too, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Yep, you have a great night, and I will see you soon, my brother. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.